Right. Again, welcome. Thanks for coming today. And for today's class, again, flexibility and mobility. Thanks, Mara. Got your chat. We'll be doing our stretching routine. Will be similar to last week. So as far as the equipment or items that you need, if you have a yoga mat or a soft floor, that'd be great. If you have a chair, that'd be awesome too. A towel just to kind of wipe yourself off. Water, and then if you guys again have that broom or a pole like we did yesterday, that'd be handy. So that's the only items that I'm missing, so I'm just gonna go grab that. And if you guys remember, again, we're gonna follow the same routine. So if you guys remember, we'll start from pretty much our head and our face down, work our way down, our shoulders, our back, our abs, our hips, and then just get down to our arches, essentially. So again, we're gonna be doing the face stretches. So if you guys remember on the face stretch, we're gonna do with our jaw first. So again, what I want you guys to do is open your mouth as wide as you can, look down, and then look up. And once you're looking up towards the sky, that's where I want you guys to shut your mouth. And that's where you should feel that stretch here. So let's do 10 of those. So if you guys remember, it should be something like this, like you should really feel that stretch going on here, okay? So let's do 10 of those. Really feel that nice stretch. Let's do 2 more. Great. All right, so you might feel a little sore. Has anyone woken up the next day sore or tender? That? No, not yet. Okay. So yeah, so I mean that's one that you can do all the time throughout the day, in case like we have a little bit of saggy skin or we just feel like we're a little bit weaker here. The muscles around our jaw. So again, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna blow air into our cheeks and then just kind of back and then down towards the bottom. So just get air in your cheeks, like little hamsters. And if air comes out, then again, just get more air. Then let's massage back. So again, with the massaging, it's like your hands get warm. There's blood flow going into that. If we do that as well, massaging, palpating the cheeks, that's promoting blood flow to go to that area. So so we're just showing our nice skin. Next one's gonna do neck retraction. So again, almost like a turtle, we're just gonna bring sitting upright. We're just gonna go forward, bring it back. Try not to move your shoulders too much. Just gonna go back and forth. I hear some popping if we're really tight. Try to bring it back to like behind your shoulders if you're able to. All right, good. Now we're gonna look left to right. So let's just look left, right. Gentle stretch. All right, now up and down. Now we're going to do the side bend. So for this one, we've done this before. Just let the weight of your arm collapse towards the right side. Going on. And let's switch. Switch, left side. How are you guys' arms and shoulders feeling from yesterday? A little sore, or they feel okay? Okay. All right. Thanks, Mara. Very good. And then just the weight of our arm, bringing it down. All right, very good. And then last one for our neck. We're going to be doing some neck circles. So again, let's just go clockwise. Give me 6 slow circles. There's some popping already. All right, let's switch directions. Counterclockwise. Very good. All right, let's get some water. We're going to get on our feet for the next one. So. I'm just going to continue with some basics. So just shoulder lift to ears up. Just bring those shoulders up to your ears and drop them as low as you can. Continue. Drop them. Almost if you want to slide your hands down your sides. Reaching for your toes, but without bending your body. Very good. All right. For this one, we're just going to be just crossing, just loosen it up. My arms are kind of sore. Kind of feel it on this one. Biceps. All right, now we're going to tuck in the arm kind of right into our neck. We want it to be a little bit higher so we feel that on this side here. Switch. Keep that arm a little bit higher than usual. We don't want it here. We want it tucked in. We're going to bring our arm up. And if we can, let's push down on that elbow downwards with our opposite hand.
Oh.
Should feel that stretch on the tricep. And then the shoulder moves in a lot of different directions, so we're going to make sure that we stretch all those muscles that help it do that. Try to switch. Now let's grab that pole, the umbrella, the mop, whatever type of pole you have. Something that we could hold both ends, you know, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You have this umbrella here. And Debbie's got her broom. All right, even if it's a shirt and you could just lock it out, a shirt could work as well. So, okay, we're gonna spend a little bit more time with this than we did yesterday. So again, we're gonna work on the left shoulder first. So what I want you guys to do is kind of just start rotating it. Try to bring out your palms at the same height as your shoulder. And then as you're feeling more comfortable, you can go a little bit higher. All right, now let's bring it about 45 degrees in front of us. You're gonna hear some popping. So sometimes if you hear some popping and there's no pain, it's just that area, it's not being used much, or it's a little tight. So it's not unusual to hear these little noises sometimes. All right, now let's try to go up front. So again, keeping your hips straight. We don't want to turn our hips. Try to go higher on that one if you can't see it. Anyone hearing little pops on their side? On the back side, let's try to bring it behind us a little bit. We're not really focusing on bringing that right arm in front of us. We're just trying to get that left arm behind us as far as possible. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do the right one. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Just continue. Increase that range of motion. All right, let's go 45 degrees or about 30 degrees. Stretching out. All right, now in front of us. All right, now bringing that arm back. Okay, so just bringing it back behind us as far back as we can. Now let's bring the umbrella in front of us. We're not doing trunk rotations, we're just rotating at the arms. So we're just, make sure your trunk isn't rotating, it's just your arms rotating across. Let's go ahead, up above. And then down below, this here. Pull it off a little bit. All right, very good. Let's put this away. Actually, it's like I forgot I have one more of those. Okay, so this one's the one behind the back. I forgot this one. So this one goes behind the back, and again, we're just trying to bring that pole just up our back as far as we can. Two more. The next one, we're just going to reach up towards the sky. Just reach, reach, reach. Hands together. Again, I would consider this a recovery day, so which is good for our body. We kind of need these days too. So again, this helps a lot with what we use our joints for every day. And then we're just going to go with like the typical arm circles. Familiar. Reverse. Oh, and then we will need a golf ball or a tennis ball if you guys have one, something we could roll our arches on. And then let's do big circles, big windmill circles forward. Okay, let's go to the left arm. Reverse. All right, great. All right, let's take a little break. I'll check the back, take some water. Just did our shoulders. All right. Let's see. All right, had a couple folks with technical issues. All right, we're gonna go with some trunk rotation. So again, just similar ones, just trunk rotations here. Next, after these, we're gonna work on our back, to the back stretches. And like I said, if you guys need the video link, just leave me your email address. Always do that. And this hands up and then lean off to our left. Stretch out those obliques and your costals, which are pretty much that baby back rib meat. You can feel it maybe as you're leaning more, you can still even lean a little bit more as you're stretching. All right, relax, move back. All right, opposite side. Relax, you should really feel that stretch. Ankles. I forget the name of them, but I think ab circles. So lean over, straight, come across, and then pump back. Okay, so let's do 10 on each side. Stretch out our obliques, our abs, our lower back. Nice stretch going. Remember, with every stretch that we do, we should get a little bit more of range of motion. As those muscles, the joints are becoming more loose. Let's do a few more on each side. One more on each side. Good. Some water. It's going to go to the floor. A little closer. Sorry, I had to call my roommate. He usually comes home around noon and I don't want him to interrupt the class. So, all right. So for this one, I'm here. I'm very excited to get the needle and floor mat, so I don't need my yoga mat. My yoga mat, every time I rolled it up, it would get dirty. So this one works a little bit better. So we're gonna go with the cat cow. So again, for this one, on our floors, keeping our palms right below our shoulders. I want to, let me elevate this a little bit more. I want to make sure that you're in that starting position, and then we want to arch our back, bring that belly button towards the sky, and then collapse that lower back, and then try to bring our belly button down towards the floor, okay? Sure. Then we want to hold each one for about 3 seconds before we alternate. Okay, so let's do 10 for each one. You guys can go on your own count. So I find myself blowing out when I'm going from the cat position to the cat position. When I'm transitioning, that's when I breathe again. And breathe out. as I'm bringing that belly down again. About 4 more. Really good for our back. Last one. Very good. And then from here, we're going to do all the different poses from this position. We're going to do the puppy pose. So for this one, I do want your knees to be a little bit separated from each other, about, I guess that you call it shoulder width apart or width apart. So you don't want them tucked in, you want them a little gap. And then what we're going to be doing is keeping our hips right above our knees. And then we're stretching with our arms forward, okay? Stretching, so we're not dropping the glutes towards the heels, or we're not leaning forward. We're keeping those hips right above our knees. Just reach, keep on reaching. Your head down. Make sure you're breathing. And relax, bring it back. Now we're going to do the rabbit pose. So the rabbit pose, those who do bring your hips, your glutes back, and we bring our belly down towards our knees. Okay, so we're a little bit more tucked in, and we're still reaching, okay? You guys ready? So drop those glutes, drop your belly. Feel by your arms, that armpit area, which is your lats, your latissimus dorsi. Bring those glutes further back and reach further with your hands too. And let's bring those hips up. And back. Okay. Now from here, we're going to be on our knees a little bit. So we're just going to do the scapula squeeze. And this one, pretty much what we're doing is we're just trying to, again, imagine there's a peanut on your back, and we're just trying to crack that peanut with our shoulder blades, okay? So we're just kind of doing this, not really using your arms too much, but just kind of contracting the shoulder blades, just your scapula. And each hold should be for about 3 seconds as well. Let's do 2 more. Let's get down on the floor, that reset position. Legs in front of us. And then all we're going to do is, I don't want you to reach so much with your hands. 1 second. Well, you check this phone. So we're not reaching for our toes. We're pretty much trying to lean, bringing our chest towards our knees. So that's what we want to work more on. Okay, so really, we have our hands in front of us just to get a better grip of our legs. So we want to bring that chest towards our knees. Make sure you're breathing. You might be able to go further down. You can hold on to your legs too if that helps you bring your back closer to your legs. Good. Okay. So on this one, since we're on the floor already, what we're going to be doing, again, I think this is the thoracic stretch. But pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be on our back. So almost like a clamshell here. So what I want you guys to do is just lean on one side. And then you guys could watch me first before it gets challenging. But you're going to lean on one side. My palms are on top of my other palms. And then what I'm doing is just rotating my upper arm or my arm to reach for the other side and then come back. So you guys can see that my body stayed the same, my legs are the same, but we want to make sure that we're just rotating. So we're going to do 8 of these, okay? So just be gentle because this one really stretches your back out. So go back, forward. And if we could hold it at that stretch for about 2 or 3 seconds, that'd be perfect. You might even get your back flat on the mat when you rotate. Let's do 2 more. This is a stretch I remember being with a lot of patients at a physical therapy office with back issues. Very good. Let's switch sides. Rotate. Same position. We're gonna keep it in that position with our palms are up for about 3 seconds. 2 more. Last one. All right. How's that, Debbie? It's okay? Good? All right. Okay, guys. So now, grab me that chair. We're going to do kind of like one of the back stretches using the chair itself. So, I'm going to have it on the end here. What you guys are going to see me do is pretty much just going to be kneeling, and then I'm just going to be reaching for the chair, keeping my hips in front or right above my knees, and then just reaching with my hands, okay, on the chair. Let's try to look down the entire time. Feel that stretch in your lats, which again, it's that armpit area. We don't have an armpit muscle, that's your lats, your latissimus. It's a huge muscle in your back. Gently come back. Starting position. Okay. Here. Okay, so let's find, we're gonna stand up a little bit. We're gonna go up to a wall. We did this one last time. So I don't have the prettiest wall, but what we're gonna be doing is just pressing our arms. We're gonna be flat on the wall, and we're just gonna slide our palms and our elbows up the wall. Back, almost like a shoulder press if you had dumbbells. Really try to keep those palms right on the wall. Don't let them come off the wall too much. More. Really try to tuck in those elbows on your side. So it's pretty much the same movement we want to do when we do those supermats on the floor. Feel how your back's activating a little bit more. Again, just keep your fingers up against the wall. Let's do one more. Cool. That feels more like a workout, but it's a pretty good stretch. What do you guys think? Okay. Is that good, Debbie? Okay, Cherise, it's good. Yeah, it feels like more like a workout, right? Yeah, that one definitely gets it. So it just puts us in that right position. All right, thanks, Lydia. I'm glad. Thank you for the feedback. Terry, Josefina, hopefully you guys are feeling good. Susan, Rofini, Maria. Hey, Maria, glad you're here. Okay, so let's not take too much rest. We are going to be doing last stretch. Okay, so we're going to go with big hula hoops. Okay, so kind of making our way down to our hips. So just big circles. Big circles. I'll be back on the floor shortly. It's amazing how much looser and better you feel after a session of these. Can I switch directions? Remember, we have cardio in court tomorrow, so I'll send out an email later tonight to remind you folks to have ideas on cardio exercises. Otherwise, we'll be doing a lot of burpees. So, I heard my ankle crack on those. All right, now we're going to do hip openers. So again, you can do the hip openers when we come back and reset, or you could just do the hip opener swing. And this one works on your balance a little bit more. Okay, so we'll spend about 30 seconds on each leg. Okay, you guys ready? So, again, we want to keep those hips facing forward. If you want to have a chair for balance, that's great. I'm on this foamy mat, so it's a little bit unbalanced on my foot, but it's working on my balance strength. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Definitely flat-footed. Last one. Good. Switch that. Opposite leg. Up. We have one more for our back that we skipped. A little break as we're separating to your different muscles here. All right, so the other one I forgot is thread the needle, which we did last time. Sounds a little complicated. It's a little. Let's see here. So pretty much for this one, we're going to get in a lunge position. We're going to get in the lunge position. We're going to bring that opposite arm, bringing it through our leg. And this opposite arm here is coming up. You guys got that? Let me move it back just slightly so you guys can see my arms a little bit more. Here. So again, my right foot is on the mat, while my right knee is on the mat. So my right arm is coming through this little opening, and my left arm is coming up towards the sky. Okay. Coming back, reset. We'll do 5 on each side. Okay, let's switch legs. Switch sides. Breathing. Okay. All right, now the next one we're going to do is a little bit more advanced, but it's essentially the same movement or similar, just with a little bit more range of motion. So for this one, same position, but now I want you guys to lean forward a little bit where we're dropping our shoulder further closer to our ankle. Just come back up. So just about a 3-second hold. Might even feel that stretch in your hamstring as well. Last one. All right, and switch. So, if you're making more of an effort to lean forward towards that ankle on the floor, instead of turning so much, we want to lean that left shoulder to that right ankle. Last one. Very good. Take a little water break. Some water. We'll start again. About a minute or two, we'll start again. we have next? Trunk rotation, that's the needle. All right, so now we're gonna get, if we're on back, we're gonna get on our backs. Extensions, elbows. Okay. And we're just gonna be laying flat, almost like a sit-up position, but with our arms away from our body and our feet together. And all we're doing is collapsing our knees to the side gently, and then collapsing them to the opposite side. And we're doing this while not elevating or moving our feet off the ground. They're just rotating with their legs. We'll do 10 on each side. With our hip and lower back as well. Your hips on the floor. A couple more on each side. Last one. Good. Okay. Since we're on our side already, we're gonna do just a light movement. It's gonna stretch it out, but it might feel like a little workout too. So we're just gonna do some hip adductions. So again, for this one, we didn't have balance and lower strength this week, so I just want you guys pretty much with Jamie Fonda, so just elevating that leg. If you put your hand on that hip joint, you should feel it activating. You should feel it get firm as your leg is up. All right, let's rotate. Let's do the other leg. Roll on our bellies, and then let's just elevate ourselves with our elbows. Stretch out the back, and then we'll kind of upgrade that a little bit right now. So let's hold this for about 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds. A good time to hold the stretch. All right, let's bring our hands off to our sides. And then let's push up. I want those hands back below our shoulders. All right, let's drop it gently. From here, we're going to face up, and almost like the full body stretch we did earlier, standing up when we're reaching towards the sky. Kind of the same idea, but you want to reach back and then reach with our toes too, okay? So just reach, reach, reach. Stretch out those little vertebrae. And relax a little bit. We'll do that hold again for about 20 seconds. Ready? Okay, again. Retreat with your toes too. Relax. Fall asleep with some of these movements. All right. Next one is going to be on our knees. I just want you to contract and hold your abdominals, your abdominal wall, and just kind of squeeze, keep it tight. Hold it. Breathe, relax it. Or contract. And relax. And contract. Relax. Now I want to do 3 of the ones from the video where she took a breath for 4 seconds, and then she made a little small hole between her lips, and then let that out for 8 seconds, okay? So you guys ready? So let's breathe in. Now out. Good. You feel that decompression coming on. Now let's try that again. So breathe in for 4 seconds, let air out for 8 seconds. Ready? Okay, go. Good. Make sure you don't get spit on your screen. So, all right, last one. Ready? A lot of folks sometimes have a hard time kind of getting that idea of contracting the abs, but while doing this exercise, the breathing one, that almost does it for you. So again, that's going to keep the abdominal walls tight. And again, inside your belly, you do have the diaphragm muscle, which cuts across. So it's inside horizontally. So that one we do need to work it out, and that's why we're doing these contractions. Then let's stand up real quick. We're just going to do some oblique stretches. So for this one, we're just going to slide our hand off to the side and just alternate. Stretching out our obliques. Hopefully you guys are seeing results or benefits off these classes. Josefina just mentioned she had some neck issues during the weekend, and I think it's kind of like fizzled away after a couple of classes. So again, if you guys are feeling sore or are the type that gets sore or tight, this is the class that you definitely don't want to miss throughout the week. So appreciate all the feedback that I did there from you folks. All right, and that's for that. Okay, next one we're gonna do the lunge. Now we're working our way down. Lunge with the lean forward. So we're getting on that lunge. So again, knee starting position, your knee should be right above your ankle. Then as we lean forward, that knee is going to go closer to your toes. You're just going to hold it here for about 20 seconds. You should feel that stretch, that hamstring on the groin. Starting position, knee right above the ankle, then lean forward. Try to keep your feet flat on the ground. Make sure that heel doesn't come off. Okay, very good. We're just gonna, we did this one yesterday, we finished off. So we're gonna bring our knees to our chest. So just on our back, holding those knees close to your chest, squeezing yourself together into a little ball. Bring those knees very closer. If I grab the bottom of my metatarsals, so the bottom of my feet by my toes, and push that towards my knees, I feel like that helps too. And relax. And then next is we got the 90-90 stretch. You guys remember this one? We're in this position here. So pretty much reset position. My left leg is going to be right in front of my hip. And that lower part of the leg is 90 degrees with that knee joint. And then the leg behind me is also 90 degrees. Okay, so pretty much from my ankle of my right foot to the ankle of my left foot, there should be one straight line going through my right knee. So I'm just gonna have my left hand just kind of keep me upright. You should feel that stretch, maybe in different places. I feel it on my right, kind of like adductors, so on the inside. So yeah, this is good for our hip joints and our inner quad. All right, let's switch sides. So if you guys have any questions about the concept of 90-90, let me know. I know the angle's not the best, but again, I'm upright, so right in front of you, your knees, right in front of your hip, and then your lower leg towards your ankles at 90 degrees. And same with the leg to the side and behind you. So 90-90. With your arms, keep yourself upright. And both my knees are making contact with the floor too, so I'm not up here. I want to make sure that my knees drop. And we stretch out our calves, our quads and our hamstrings throughout the week pretty well. That's why we're focusing a little bit more on the hip joints and our back. Let's get some water. I'll check the chat. I think someone had a question for me. Oh, no, just video links. All right. No worries. Some water. Okay. Next one, we're just in this position on our knee, just reaching out and just kind of leaning forward. So again, we're here, right leg comes out, and then I'm just leaning my torso towards it. Stretching out that edge. A few more stretches, and then we'll work on some strengthening stuff for our arches. our ankles, and then call it a day. Very good. Our knees, left leg out, knee towards it. All right, let's grab that chair. We're gonna do, I think, a couple things. Well, let's do most of the things that we can with our chair right now, and then I think we can do the calves at the end. We're gonna work on our performance right now. So just remember, we're gonna bring right ankle over left knee. And then this one, we're just gonna lean towards that right knee. Okay. Lean towards that, you should feel that down here, this side. All right, now we're gonna bring that knee towards our chest. Just a little variation of it. Your dog, Debbie. Or is that a cat? Dog? Oh, a dog, okay. Puppy. All right, let's switch. So again, left ankle above right knee, and then let's lean forward. And lean towards that knee. I feel like more on this leg than the other one. All right, let's bring that knee towards our chest. Very good. Let's check the chat. Someone else. Oh, more emails. Okay. All right. Next one's gonna be. I don't think we tried this. Maybe we have. So we're gonna do the straight leg circles. So from this position, just gonna focus on the right leg. And just let's do circles, working on that hip joint. So we're going counterclockwise right now. Doesn't matter which way you're going. You're gonna work both sections out. Okay, switch directions. So again, if you have really tight hips or groin muscles, that can really influence your core. So we want to make sure that you keep that very mobile. All right, let's switch. Left leg. And clockwise this time. First. Very good. Right here, let's just do some marches just to relax those joints a little bit. Okay, let's work on our ABCs. So we're gonna do our ABCs on our right ankle first. So you guys go ahead. You guys know your letters, ABCs. And again, if you hear some popping, as long as there's no pain, It's okay. And once you're there, you can switch. Ooh, all right. Okay, so if you guys could grab that tennis ball or the golf ball or water bottle, you guys could do that right now. So I have a golf ball. And then again, we're just gonna roll. Let's try to roll right on the center of our arches. If you have a tennis ball, you might have more surface area. Just gonna roll. Make sure you start venturing out to like the rest of your foot. Make sure you try to get every little piece of tissue of your foot. Okay. Try by your toes, that inside arch, maybe even by your heels, if you can get it back there. All right, since we've explored our foot a little bit, try to find a spot that was a little bit tender, where you felt it a little, like sting a little bit more, a little bit of pressure. And then once we're there, let's kind of press down on that spot a little bit for about 5 to 10 seconds. And get that trigger point. And then release, just kind of continue. All right, let's switch. On the other foot. You get your heels, a forefoot by your toes. Okay, good. Let's look for that spot. It's a little tender. Then let's push down on it. And it's that inside arch. All right, very good. All right, that's what we need the golf ball for, tennis ball. So now what I want you guys to do from this position is let's focus on our right foot and just try to not try to grip the floor, but try to almost bring your foot back. If that makes sense. So we're trying to bring this part of our foot back, not so much this. We're not trying to do this, we're trying to do this. If that makes sense. Okay. And contract for about 2 seconds. Relax. Relax. You're gonna do about 6 of these on each side. So again, we're not trying to grip the floor. We're just bringing that arch back. All right, let's switch. All right, good. We're gonna stretch out our toes slightly. So the way we're gonna do that is just grabbing them here and just pulling back on them. It's not like an area that they're used to going, but we do wanna make sure that they have some flexibility. So just wanna pull them back. Now what I want you to do is with your hand, keep force on it, like push away from your toes, and then with your foot, try to push against your hand, okay? So your foot's doing this and your hand's doing this, so they're pushing against each other. Just trying to work on those little tendons inside. You just want to maintain that. Just pushing, relax. Push, 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 push. Relax. Let's do the right foot, or that opposite foot. So you're just pulling on those toes. Apply some pressure, so now we're pushing against the foot, and that foot is trying to push our hand. Should activate your calves a little bit. And relax after pushing for about 3 to 4 seconds. Relax. Since we started activating our calves, let's just stretch them out and then we'll call it a day. So if you guys remember, the calf stretch was with the chair that we did them last time. So there's another way that you can do it with the wall, but again, I think I'm the only one with dirty walls, so we'll go away from that. So again, for this one leg, front leg is both feet are planted flat on the floor, and my front leg is driving my knee towards that chair, and my hind leg is stretched out. Okay, you might feel it on that back one, or you might feel it on the front one, depending on which one you're favoring a little bit more. So I feel it on my back one on this one. So hold for about 25 seconds. Switch. Again, that back leg is straight. Front leg is bringing that knee towards the chair. So here I'm feeling it more on my hind legs because it's stretched out. Remember, keep your feet flat. Your both heels should be on the floor. Always want to sink your heels into the ground. I feel a little bit more. That's until one. I feel like we didn't do our quads very much, so we're just going to do the regular quad stretch that we do every day. So again, from that reset position, just bring that heel in, right leg back, and we're just leaning back, just holding the stretch. It's the last stretch we'll do for today. So yeah, again, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. So again, not too many folks today, but like I said, this is, I think it's just as important as the workouts that we do every day. This is more for longevity. So, take advantage of these classes. They're free. If you have friends, I believe people could join these classes up until the 3rd week of March. And then after that, I think it's just limited to those folks that have been in there. So, all right, let's switch. Question? Oh, yes.
And the exercise of the holding the belly.
Which one?
And the holding the belly, the panza.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, contraction.
When you hold it, are you breathing or not?
When you're contracting, when you're contracting, you're almost breathing out. You're exhaling. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can get off this. So yeah, so if everyone wants to try that, you know, if you're inhaling, you know, it's hard to contract or control your abdominals, but if you're exhaling, so try to breathe out, you feel like it's tight. Okay. So that's kind of like why I was having you guys breathe out that little hole in your lips, so you could feel that tightness. So that's a way to do it, and as you practice it more, you'll be able to control it, and you won't even have to worry about your breathing patterns. You can just contract that, and again, relax. So, I mean, there's some people, honestly, that don't do sit-ups, don't do many workouts. They just do breathing exercises, and they get nice abs, and that's because they figure out how to contract that. So, any other questions? No? All right, folks. Like I said, I'll send out an email. If you guys could do me a favor and just research 2 cardio exercises. It could be something you've done before. It could be something new that you've done on your own. But like I said, last week we had a pretty good workout. It's a lot of interaction. I like the way it was going, so I'd like to continue that going for this on tomorrow's class. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll see you guys. You guys enjoy your weekend. Oh, enjoy your Wednesday. I'm sorry, I'm skipping days. But yeah, have a good one. All right, take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Susan. Bye, Lydia.
Thank you, Julio. Bye.
Bye, Josefina. Bye, Debbie.
Bye, thank you.
All right, have a good one.